In such a popular, diverse group of plants like roses, it's hard to stand out from the crowd. But there's one collection that continues to steal the show, the flower carpet roses. Once established, they produce masses of flowers all season long. I'm talking up to 2,000 blooms per plant. Plus, they're really easy care, with no fancy pruning required and great disease resistance. Flower carpets really are the environmental roses because they're so tough and no pesticides or fungicides are required to keep them in peak performance. Combine this with straightforward cultivation and it's clear why flower carpets are the must-have modern rose. When Anthony Tesla International introduced flower carpet roses in the early 1990s, they caused a stir among gardeners, and for one very good reason. They changed people's perception of a rose. Forget those pampered prima donnas. Here was a rose that flowered for months, didn't need spraying, and could be pruned with nothing more than a pair of hedge clippers, if at all, and still boasted all of the crowd-pleasing attributes. It's hard to believe that such a top performer could take another step forward. But thanks to the skill of German rose breeders Noack Rosen, after 15 years of additional work, the next generation of flower carpet are even better, with an extra long display of spectacular blooms and a natural ability to thrive without any chemicals. Flower carpet roses parade themselves in a variety of fashionable colours. Amber, the newest comer, has masses of sensuous golden amber flowers that fade to apricot with a pink blush. It joins the show-stopping scarlet, light pink apple blossom, white, deep velvet red, vibrant pink, coral and gold varieties. And here's a sneak preview. The next colour to be added to the collection is Pink Supreme, a bigger, bolder, brighter version than the original stunning pink. Most varieties flower over a long season, from mid to late spring right through to late autumn. But the latest edition, Amber, puts on an early show with a massive flower beginning in September. Of all roses, flower carpets are the least fussy, but to get the best out of them, plant them in full sun with well-drained, friable soil. Now, part shade is okay, say 4 to 5 hours per day, but in general, the shadier it is, the less flowers you'll get. So, if you can, let them bask in the sunlight. And if you live in an area with intense heat or sun, then they do prefer semi-shade or filtered light. They're at home in conditions that many roses simply aren't. Varieties like red, coral and gold are strongly heat resistant. Scarlet and amber even tolerate the hot, humid climates. As a general guide, they can be grown in most areas of Australia, with the exception of excessively hot, dry areas or hot, humid areas of the country. Flower carpet roses can be planted year-round, but keep the water up at planting time and continue for a month or so until the plant is nicely established. Once established, they'll flourish with very little water, putting on a stunning display, even during some of the driest times. They'll also love you if you apply a controlled release fertiliser in early spring as those plants start to grow, and then again in early summer. Now, as a general guide for an established plant like this, you just need about 1 to 2 handfuls around the base of the plant and then simply rake it in. The flowers are self-cleaning, which means that the petals fall away cleanly and there's few rose hips, which means there's no need to deadhead. In fact, come late winter or early spring, all that's required is to pull out the head shears or trimmers and cut the plant back by about 1/2 to 2/3 to invigorate blooming. To give you an idea, the cane should be about 25 centimetres long, but there's really no careful pruning needed. You can also trim them to shape at any time of the year. At just 60 to 80 centimetres tall and up to 100 centimetres wide, the bushes are low, dense and compact with glossy green foliage. They're tailor-made for creating a mass display. Plant 3 to 5 per square metre for show-stopping ground cover like this. Let them spill over retaining walls or combine them with equally vibrant shrubs in the flower border. Space them about 60 to 90 centimetres apart on the edge of a border or pathway to establish boundaries. Flower carpet roses look sensational in big decorative pots on the patio or balcony, and they make spectacular tree roses. But most of all, they're the perfect low-maintenance landscape plant, offering vibrant long-term colour and great displays for an absolute minimum of fuss. They are the must-have plant for your garden.